In every single church that I've ever been in, there's always been that one person that's undermining everything behind the scenes. In my case, it was a woman, and she was like a brick wall, stopping everything that was going on that I was trying to do, and I didn't even really know what she was doing some of the times. It was like she was some kind of just brick house. Yeah. That's coming up today on Body Slammed. Oh, she's a brick house. Yeah, not that kind of brick house. No, not that kind. That's what she was. And there's nothing more dangerous than that roadblock, that spike strip in the middle of the street that you don't see even. There are very few things more dangerous than that spike strip in the middle of the street that you don't even see coming. You know, God's got you going, and He's giving you a vision, and you're heading that way, and suddenly the tires blow out from under you, and you don't even know what's going on because you smacked the brick wall, the brick house. Yeah, sometimes I wish I'd have smacked her. Yeah. Yeah, it's happened to me a whole lot. And this particular person that I've got in mind, you may think it's a particular individual, but it's really not. There's one like that nearly in every church group. Yeah, I don't know why they do it. They think that it gives them some kind of control. This person tends to be on all the committees. They're over the Budget and Finance Committee, which means they decide how much you get paid. Very little. They're over the planning committee, which means they decide, you know, everything that's going to be happening in the future. Whatever you do, it better not be costing us no money. They're over the personnel committee, which means whenever you do something wrong, you know, you got to answer to them. Come here, boy, come here. Sometimes they're deacons. Just all these things, you know, and I remember asking one of my pastors one time about it, and I said, listen, this lady's giving me just heck, you know, just giving me heck. He laughed, and he kind of smiled, and he says, yeah, he said, I had one of those that did me that way one time, and I always prayed that God would just zap her. So you know what I did? I go to my office and I say, God, man, I just wish you would just zap her and get her out of my life, you know, and that's kind of whenever he started to tell me softly something that I could learn from. And I love it when God does this and He teaches us a lesson. But here's the lesson He taught me. You know, my life and my ministry and what I'm doing always has these rough edges. Still kind of does. But anyway, these people are like sandpaper and they hurt. You know, they're abrasive. This person would even tell me all the time, you know, I'm kind of abrasive. Well, yeah, that's a freaking understatement. But anyway, she was, you know, she was sandpaper on my life, and she was smoothing me off, and what she didn't even realize is that God was using her and that nasty nature to smooth off the rough edges and to make me something more beautiful that He wants me to be. See, that's what God does. Romans 8:28 says that all things work together for good to those who love the Lord and are called according to His purpose. And if He's calling you and you're listening to Him, He's going to use these roadblocks, and He's going to use this rough, abrasive sandpaper to smooth off those rough edges. I still have them. It still goes on in my ministry nearly every day. But God uses it. And when He uses it and you give it to Him, He doesn't necessarily zap her, although I really wish He would. It'd be really kind of great if He would zap her. But He doesn't. He just uses her, in spite of her stupid self, to make me a better person. To make me more of what He wants me to be. So that brick wall, that brick house, becomes more of a brick paved road. Straight to where He wants me to go. You see, it's all just part of the journey. He's using all of this to take us where He wants us to go, and if we follow Him, it's so much easier for us to do what? To give Him heaven. Wait! God's also told me to start praying for her old crazy self. We all need prayer. We can do it. Okay, you can start it back.